Hello everybody. Well, here we come. All the drones you put up, we are ready to bring them down. Of course, joking, we are perfectly aware of useness and how helpful the drones in the future business can be. Already they are. But then again, like everything else, good in our lives, can be mistreated. So basically, the mistreatment of the drone can be really dangerous. And being a pioneer in this field, basically we are closely working with our partners, our customers, drone industry, in order to actually defend against mistreated drones. So this is the topic for today's speech of Hensoldt. Shortly, just a few words about the company itself. We are Hensoldt. Coming from Airbus family, and basically we took over with us all our defense and security electronics or sensors, and basically it put us in a very good position to combine different kind of integrated systems, and you're gonna see and you're gonna hear about those systems a little bit more afterwards. So being a head of sales for Central and Eastern Europe, the nicest part of the world, if I may say so. Basically, I'm responsible for the Hensoldt portfolio, and Hensoldt portfolio consists of, like I said, many different defense and security electronics. Our heritage is quite long, as you can see here on this slide. So basically, we know exactly what we do when it comes to the electronic solutions. So we are today Hensoldt with the global footprint you can see here. We are a bit more than 4,500 people worldwide, with the order intake yearly around 1.3 billion. So I think that we are quite successful with what we do in the world market. So we are covering 4 segments you can see here: air, sea, space, and land. We are world leaders in many different technologies. And if there is any need for additional talk about this, we can do it later, of course. This is our field of competence. This is how we organize and how we are covering those 4 fields. So as you can see, we have all the needed sensors for any kind of integrated solution. And the security solution we are providing based on this equipment is shown here. So this is very shortly because we are limited by time. So if there is any need for more words about the company, generic portfolio, we can discuss outside, no problem at all. And now I would like to invite Marc Condon to continue with the security solutions.
Neven, thank you very much. I'm aware I'm the bad guy today because when I'm talking about counter-UAV, but more importantly, I'm the only thing in between you and lunch. So I'll keep this as quick as possible. Integrated security solutions, what does that mean? Well, with the Hensoldt portfolio as it is, we are able to bring together the command and control element, radars, all IR, EO, IR sensors, and also jamming devices together into one package. I know everybody talks about the silver bullet. We are aware that no one product is a silver bullet. We need to integrate and package solutions together to deliver that silver bullet. As Hensoldt as well, we have a portfolio of radars. So we don't just have one radar. It's not one size fits all. Each individual customer has an individual requirement and an individual capability need. We have a family of radars with which to address those needs. As well as that, we have a family of optronics sensors, whether they're non-thermally cooled, thermally cooled cameras, and we can operate those in any environment, whether that be in a desert environment, an Arctic environment, or anything in between that, including the maritime environment. We also are able, as I said, to knit it together into a common solution, whether it be one operating station with one radar for a soldier in the middle of nowhere, all the way down to a joint operations center, command and control center in the middle of a national network, bringing together all of those sensors in data fusion so that the operators can get the best picture as to what is happening within their region. How do we provide that then? We offer not only man-portable solutions and also fixed installations, we are also in that center space able to provide mobile solutions, which gives us an element of agility within an area and also the ability to provide that on-site deterrent where it may be needed. Okay, Expeller. Expeller is the name that we have given for bringing our portfolio together to deliver a counter UAV solution. And an example here, you can see those key attributes we've brought together to deliver the products in synergy on one vehicle platform, able to address any requirements that a client may have, with an example of some of our clients there on the right-hand side. I'm just going to show you a brief video. We were very, very lucky not only to show our equipment at the Paris Air Show, but in the background we provided the counter UAV cover for the Paris Air Show in conjunction with Airport de Paris and the French Air Force. So I'd just like to show you this video quickly, which will give you an essence of what we do at Hensoldt. If you could play for me. Hi, welcome to Hensoldt and welcome to the Paris Air Show. I'm Marc, Condon, I'm the head of sales for security solutions. I'd like to take a few minutes of your time just to introduce you to the team and show you what we are doing in the counter UAV space, especially delivering product here at Le Bourget, Paris Air Show. So Philip, as part of our German team, specifically the engineering side, can you tell us a little bit about how you put this piece together?
Sure, Marc. So what we see right next to me is Expeller Rapid. It's a fast deployable counter UAV system. It consists of one radar, one camera, and one jammer, and we even have an operator station at the front seat.
Okay, Hercle, as part of our South African team, can you explain to us quickly what you're delivering from direction finding and jamming capabilities?
So on the direction finding side, this is a new direction finding product that we're launching at the Paris Air Show here. So we have here the man-pack drone jammer, which is either omnidirectional for 360 coverage, or we have a very directed high-gain antenna which can focus on specific drones.
Okay, Jonathan, as part of the UK team with Expeller, could you briefly explain to us what setup we have here at the moment?
Indeed, this is the Expeller Rapid, and so named because it can be very easily deployed either static or mobile on a vehicle, for example. And it brings together all of the Hensoldt capabilities. So, for example, we have the detect, identify, track, and disrupt piece. And to start off with, we've got a Spexer 360 radar. So we can see 360 and detect a micro drone out to in excess of 2 kilometers. We've then integrated our jamming capability from GEW, and using the GMJ 9000 integrated onto TMU, we can directionally jam. So in one simple solution, we've got the full capability all delivered from one company.
Okay, Marcus, so as part of our German team, we're not looking just at the present, we're looking at the future. So can you briefly explain to me what the Vader drone does for Hensoldt and Expeller?
Yeah. The Vader drone is a non-lethal countermeasure against drones, carrying 2 net launchers, with which we safely get an unfriendly drone out of the air to bring it to a safe location to deactivate and investigate whatever is attached to that drone.
Okay, Philippe, as Hensoldt France, how has the show been for you and what effect has Expeller had?
It's very important for us, Le Bourget, because we have been very successful with Expeller and very proud also with the success of our products. And we are very happy to support counter UAV solution for France, for airport, and for Le Bourget.
Okay, so as you know, it's a fairly substantial loss that any airport can incur if they were to have one drone incursion. And we know, because we were quite heavily involved in Gatwick over December of last year, that they were losing between 65 and 100 million euros a day. So that is quite a substantial piece to lose. And in order to be able to protect that airport and allow for regulation to protect that airport, that is why, in essence, we have brought about the Expeller system. Okay, with the counter UAV unit then, as an example here, we have, this is our South African piece that we've set up very, very recently to operate on one of the airports in South Africa. You can see that we've brought together not only a radar and not only a camera, but also with the C2 system, we're now looking at jamming. And I'm sure all of you are aware, and we've been discussing this at length today, there is quite a way to go with regulation as far as jamming goes, which is why at the top there you can see our Vader drone, another potential solution to deal with a drone without having to be fully invasive. But we're quite happy with the solution that we're providing and the fact that the mobile one is actually our biggest seller at the moment. Looking at Hungary then, how can we help? How can we offer? Looking at the task we have ahead of us in Hungary, there are many, many areas in which we can provide benefit. And after we look at the geopolitics of Hungary, we know that there are many, many areas that we can address, not only within EU border and Schengen, non-Schengen, but also addressing the non-EU border elements themselves. Some of our key security scenarios that we're looking at whilst we're here and what we're discussing with a number of entities, including HungaroControl, is we're looking at border protection, specifically with non-EU countries. We're looking at drone detection, and specifically where they're used for smuggling with customs and excise. We're also looking at the threat of terrorist attacks and espionage, which is probably one of the key players at the moment. But then how do we secure those airports? How do we support Budapest and Debrecen? How do we support those airports? We've done a number of airports so far, including Charles de Gaulle, Gatwick, and quite a few other airports in Southeast Asia. How do we support? River and bridge surveillance, the Danube and Tisza. So we're looking at that as well as the Pac nuclear power plant. We know that that's quite a key piece of critical national infrastructure that we'd look to support and look to provide counter-UAV capability. Also, Tizalok, the hydroelectric dam, we already supply security for the second biggest hydroelectric dam in the world, so at Itapu Dam in Brazil. So we'll be looking to secure that as well as, which is quite a hot topic at the moment, tourist attraction areas. We're working quite closely in Tunisia. Obviously, there was a large loss of life on the beaches in Tunisia. This is something we're looking to utilize, whether it be a drone or whether it be a vehicle or personnel that mean harm. And also VVIP events. What that takes us to as well is the vehicle that's actually outside. That is a live piece of equipment. That was deployed for the G7 summit at Biarritz only a couple of months ago. And also we covered the likes of Bastille Day. So our equipment was on the top of the Arc de Triomphe, as well as some of our work at Charles de Gaulle Airport. Where are we? We're just outside in there. If you want to come across, we're going to have some discussions later on this afternoon. So we're more than happy to answer your questions, help you out, even if it's not with a Hensoldt basis, even if you just want subject matter expert on where we are at the moment, open and honest. And also our vehicle, the Beast as we call it, is parked up outside. So please come over and have a chat with us. But Kozanyuk, and 2 minutes early for lunch. Okay, thank you.